City, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Break. 45, check my 45. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Wait, that. Round 80. Round 80. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Wait, what do you got?
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. It's a give to Freeman running right. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check safety, check safety. 72.
Running right, this is Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Echo. Tighten up. Check 3, check 3. Hard, hard.
Out of the gun, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go, go.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
45's the mic. Target. Hey, wahoo. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill looking in zone for Jones. Ronald Jones, 35 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he's got some space here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a give, right side. Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Mike, 44. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, it's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going wrong. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now Brady. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yo, go. Ready?
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Caught by Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs 17-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You ain't going to
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That second down play nets a -4. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, Zoo.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
29. Alpha. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Hey, go 66.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Hey, 66.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady going to go on 4th down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
60 out more. General West. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill looking here for Smith downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Hey, 66.
On 1st down, Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll get this one complete to Davis. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the double.
45 to Mike.
I'm trying to collect.
Hey, Haywood. He's checking crack.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Block 54. Block 54.
Now Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready?
Again, Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Wait, that round 80, round 80. Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. Hey, Alabama.
Brady. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check, 40.
Hey, Delta.
Night, sweetheart. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, pick it up. Let's go.
Hit it.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. Let's go.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that's caught by Smith. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on second down. Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Slam.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Pick it up. Watch tight end. 3 out.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go. 2.
Here's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Now.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
42. Buccaneers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Titans 49. Buccaneers 21.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check your hot read.
Now a give right side. It's Freeman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they'll throw with Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete.
Complete to number 87. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Titans' 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Freeman, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, check it.
Brings up second and
Escape situation. 50.
And this is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer.
Buccaneers 28.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Tannehill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. 22 yards there, a first down. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go.
10. 45, Mike, 45.
5.
Tannehill now to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very fickle man.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Fair.
Check 13. Check 3. Showing it. Watch safety creeping.
Now.
Here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They snap it to Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, I 7.
Here we go. Check 45 to Mike. 2.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the safety creep.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Rock it.
You go tight.
Hurry.
You got tight.
Get it.
To the air again, Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's got Smith here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 26.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Tampa Bay.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Next to score, Titans 56. Buccaneers 35.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Hey, lock it. Hustle.
Throwing now, Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Now a first down carry by Jones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of it. Touchdown, Titans! Ronald Jones, 39 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Titans 63. Buccaneers 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a give, right side, Freeman. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the knee.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little